Don't even think about it. Fucking with me will get you injured for sure. Malicious intentions is what I'm holding in store. I'm impolite when I fight, but don't play fair when it's a fight. Rooted to lose, comparing its members within the board. If I had to fight with my own friend, it wouldn't be a civil war, generally speaking. Politicians are all slimy, gritty, dirty people that we have no choice but to follow. You stay positive preaching. You can give these dirty people new stuff to cleanse all folks. Your products won't get them clean, no matter how much you promise. You're selling false soap. This is a bar fest, so don't vomit, just pay and throw up some green. I oppose your directions, better not look at me sideways. Bitch, if you say I'm going down, that's up to me. Duke it out, punch you so hard it has an echo. Put you in a hole in the grassy meadow. I'll tell you where it'll end up if you can't grasp it. I could turn anything bad into a positive. Pitching some advice while proving I will win every fight. So you say I'm bad at sports? Get some balls to come at me in my battle straight. See, I am bad at sports, but I'm also a bad sport. I would say I don't like you as much as I could throw you, but for that you would need a passport for that sport. Who wants to jump out of the gate first? I'll take a sharp turn with a dull knife as I have an insurmountable, insane thirst to draw blood like a shotgun to your neck, like a beer can drinking game till your pigment changes and the wound's bigger than a broken piggy bank is, and I mix powder to make it a citrus tasting drink creation simulation. You no longer have absence of abscesses. A lot of you whack pieces of shit ruined hip-hop. I don't give a fuck if I am rude. I'll pay the consequences for telling the truth. Just put that on Adam's stab. Wound. 99% of rappers past the year 2000, I can't wait till you're in a hole like I'm explaining what a urethra is. Sex ed rule number 1. Don't be a dick or be convinced you can write rhymes that are even preconceived as a legitimate assembled sentiment, like the way I got in the rap game successfully, the way I meddled with it. Settle businesses or be outdated before I get old with it. Different speeds and pivots, bitches, we even pedal different. Outside of hip-hop, I've been beat up before, eaten up for sure. But as a true champ I am, I worked hard and bounced back to even up the score. Yes, Adam took some falls, then Adam growed some balls. But you say that I'm bad? I'm bad? I already know my pen is evil, but here's what's next. I'm in progress of trying to make it good and study telekinesis, so for now, I can't make my pen righteous yet. I think it's safe to say that when you created these rhymes, your brain should have conveyed to us a vacancy sign, because the horrible word choices you make don't take any pride, and they sure as fuck wouldn't hold any weight against mine. Time to enforce my wit till you're at your wits end with force from its stem. Abhorrent, important, imported shortages of mortgages for the whirlwind, of course it is, when misfortune hits. The message from my most northern orifice is, what to take note of from my discourse is this: don't try and ride the tide aboard my ship. Hang like an ornament from going up the ladder like a tournament.
New rapper alert, whoa, whack as fuck, of course. Hip-hop continues to die, diminishing while you watch her step up, with or without you by your side. I'll turn the volume off of the whack frauds whom the radio would choose to feature. At the same exact time, I'll fire off silencers in their mouths to mutant speakers. He should pay me not to battle him, to avoid losing to my greatness, by taking the high road to demonstrate an elevation. Whoa, if he would agree to battle me, I'd embarrass him and leave him alone. Whoa, but he'd decline in record time. Instead, I'll have to put a poet in both eyeballs, to each his own. Whoa, I'll be a graffiti artist, foreshadowing the future. The writing's on the wall, I'm the protagonist. You'll see a toe tag on this protagonist. Whoa, researching this weak person seemed urgent, as what I had seen worded was that he's popular. Not concerned, there's no good lyrics discovered on this earth. Not to mention the omniverse. Every rap career, I'll teach him that the end is near. You're afraid of the dark, so when I knock your lights out, my fist interferes with your inner fears. Whoa, he's telling me he wants to slice up my bladder with something sharp to disturb my essence. Whoa, I've never experienced pain between my legs, but just thinking about it now makes me understand your intentions. Whoa, my fans told me, make sure he's unarmed. I took the threat literally to the end. Cut them off altogether, like I wanted nothing to do with them. Whoa, more stab wounds to armpits and you'll see the blood increases. Rip the vocal cords off the larynx to make him fucking speechless. Whoa, so Mr. Victim, listen up, I'll give you a big clue. You know, some sort of hint? You can't speak and I took you off the map. Is there any more to it? My machine that can save you is missing the plug. That's also unfortunate. So your throat, this location, and the machine have the same thing in common. There's no coordinate. Whoa. Except my top spot. And listen, when I pass my words, you should cherish the code. Anyone else stepping in? I'll cut off oxygen to kill the king's replacements. No more heir to the throne. A loser sore as you affords a quick death for being a poor sportsman. Hand you a 1-inch paper saying I'm gonna kill you in 1 second. You die with such a short notice. Whoa. All you fighters need to take heed and don't step on my grind. When you steal my lyrics, y'all should recognize you recognize rhyme. Never touch my pen and pad. You would waste imagery. I could be a starving artist in the Hunger Games and taste victory. Don't tell on me for the 328 victims. Just pretend this face is in a set like Abe Lincoln. Whoa.
The army of non-believers rushed me from the backside and thrusted his dagger, but I caught it between my hands. Twisted the timid instrument out and into a different target seen in my path. Everyone rushes to kill me. I'm outnumbered by the most dangerous odds. Spotted an arrow rippling through the air slow, so I doubled the way there unstopped. Hurled a small boulder over the horse's shoulder, broke his shoulder, now I'm closer to the one spot. The dark shadows of the trees was my plan of outmaneuvering the vast and one of well-rounded bounty hunters. I threw a fake jab and knew he'd take that from a crudely laid trap, so I pounded him dourly upward. I shoved many enemies and made great plays to try to gain space, but around me clustered knives thrown at me, so I twisted my body to avoid impalement of my armor's chest plate. Next guy charged a spear at me. Last second dodge, I acquired it to put him in checkmate by kicking him down while holding the wooden end. It then stayed strong while he let it go, but it wouldn't end without my next play. Both of our steel blades made sparks fly. I couldn't cut his gloves grip from the Velcro, so a rapidly followed up with a knockout coming from my elbow. Next was a brute with a heavy axe, using all the strength to make it drop. Somersaulted forward and held the axe from the bottom during mid-flop. The center of gravity allowed me to gradually subdue the knight's swift chop. My flurry bashed the shield away from a higher angle quickly, then lateraled it toward the fighter hiding in the shadows, trying to throw moves rapidly and correctly without getting over fatigue, surviving from the battles. Face one while I threw a punch in the direction towards my back to corner attack the bigger threat who wasn't ready to absorb a quick jab. Stepped on his jaw while the momentum allowed me the big chance. It's a mind game, and although I've demolished many of the attackers, I know I'm outnumbered. I'm feeling weak and soon I am doomed if I get over encumbered. So I led the army of betrayers to the bridge in the valley, knowing that my fighting chances are better when I'm cornered one side in the middle of an alley. The bridge is a dead end with me on one side fending for the freedom of Earth's good men.
Get hurt, get burnt, even if you come back and ever return, you ain't never stopping at 'em. I only know about winning. If I was a lawyer, that's the only time you could ever discuss any laws with Adam. Laws, lost with that fucking crazy, yo.